This August po. Baka,
Wag muna. Wala muna increase. I'm serious. Look at my eyes. Bakit nakakabaha yung sinasabi ni Senator Win sa mga expressway?
Hopefully, 100% barrier-free na po yung tollways.
Wow. Anong tawag yung sa Skyway dyan sa may NAIA? Kasi yan ang palagi ko dinadaanan.
NAIA X po?
NAIA X ang tawag. Kayo yun, ano?
Yes, Your Honor.
Tunay na balita, walang kinakampiyan, sumasalamin sa katotohanan lamang.
Then kailangan magtaas. Pero wag naman ho abusuhin ng mga dumadaan dyan. Yung regulator, dapat protektahan muna yung mga dumadaan dyan bago payagan tumaas yung toll rates. So, Mr. Chairman, thank you again for conducting this hearing. But aside from looking at the services being provided by the operator, we should also look at the mandate and the performance of the regulator. No? Pero ito ho dito para protektahan tayo lahat. Pero kung papayagan lang magtaas ng rates nang hindi ho tinitignan ng serbisyo, ano pa hong kwenta ng regulator? So dapat ho tignan ho natin yung performance rin ng regulator other than the performance of the operator. Carla, okay na ba? Can we flash the traffic? Yan po, ito yung kagabi ho to, no? Record ng staff ho namin. So gusto ko rin natin malaman kung ano bang performance standards ang ginagamit po ng regulator dahil up to par yung performance standards at hindi po up to par yung performance ng operator. Next slide, Carla. Next slide. Yan po yung rin ho namin. At we took the latest video para ho current yung experience. Again, these are all pictures, but we want to know exactly what standards are being used in order to gauge the performance of the operator. And then next Carla. And ito po yung flooding yung July 24, 2024. Makikita natin na hanggang bubong punong sasakyan yung tubig na tumaas. But again, we are paying for this highway. This is not a free highway. Hindi ho libre ito na pwede tayong duman anytime. Binabayaran ho ito. So we expect good service and world-class infrastructure that will not experience this type of aberrations even during typhoons. So once again, Mr. Chairman, thank you very much for conducting this hearing. And again, we want to also put accountability on the regulator to see whether they are regulating and giving our consumers and our travelers the best possible experience. Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Win. Andito ba yung TRB? TRB, okay, magkano itinaas nyo nitong June? Yung sa toll rates, pinayagan yung pagtaas?
Mr. Chair,
ako.
yun po kasing mga toll rates natin actually, ang nangyari po dyan nung mga panahon ni President Aquino, hindi po pinayagan mag-increase. Unfortunately, naipon po yung mga petition sa Toll Regulatory Board. So, ang inabutan ko pong petition
please identify yourself. You are?
I'm Attorney Alvin Carullo po, ng Executive Director.
Alvin Carullo,
Apo.
Executive Director ng Toll Regulatory
Apo.
Board. Okay, continue please, sir.
Ang inabutan ko pong petition ay yung 2018 and 2020 petition ng NLEX po, kung yun na po ang inaano ni Senator Gatchalian. Ang board po inaprubahan yung petition dahil unang-una po meron po tayong tinatawag na kontrata, yung Supplemental Toll Operation Agreement. Tapos may nakalagay po doon na ang ating concessionaire entitled days for every 2 years, periodic adjustment for every 2 years. Ang ginawa po ng board dahil magiging malaki po yung impact dahil may inflation po tayo. Ang ginawa po nila, kinonsolidate po yung mga petition tapos inimplement siya by tranches. So kung yung sinasabing June, first tranche po yun. Hinati po siya sa dalawa para mas open yung impact.
So ibig sabihin meron pang asahan yung mga motorista?
May pangalawa po.
Ng pangalawa pa?
Opo. Opo.
Muna, stop right there.
Opo.
Ito yun eh. Ito yung 60 eh. Wala namang problema kung mag-increase kayo. Kung increase din yung quality of service. Kaso, palpak eh. Hindi maganda ang serbisyo. Kulang-kulang. Binanggit na nga ni Senator Win. Nandiyan yung palpak na RFID. Nandiyan yung traffic. Kaya nga, sabi kanina, mas pinili ng maraming motorista na gamitin yung mga toll plaza, skyways especially, para mapabilis yung kanilang biyahe. Ano yan, na-stuck sila sa traffic dahil hindi umaandar yung RFID. Diba? Nagkakabaha-baha. So, sana, bago nyo payagan yung petition na pag-increase, it has to be justified. O sige, mag-increase kayo, nasa contract. Pero bakit may mga problemang ganito? Ayusin nyo muna yan bago namin kayo payagan mag-increase. You have the power to do that. Am I right? Exactly. So meron
Meron na
kayong
po tayong
So dapat hindi mo muna pinayagan yung increase. Hinold mo muna hanggat hindi nasosolve yung mga problemang at hand.
Opo.
Ba't mo pinayagan?
For information po ng ating mga senador, ang Toll Regulatory Board is a collegial body po. Mayroon po tayong representative from DOF, DPWH, tapos meron po tayong representante, secretary po ng DPWH, DOTR.
I know that. Okay, I'm aware of that.
Opo.
DPWH, NEDA, DOF, okay, be
Opo.
the members. But you can always tell them na
Opo.
mga pare ko, wag muna siguro natin payagan tumaas to. Kailangan i-presenta mo natin sa kanila yung mga problema bago natin i-go. At syempre, itong kasamahan mo, papayag naman dahil mahihiya naman sila kung susupalpalin kanila. Taong bayan ang babalik sa kanila. Tama?
Tama po
Sometimes
yun.
we need common sense. Ano po?
Opo, tama po yun. Actually po, yung as a regulator po, yung TRB Secretariat po, tungkol po dyan sa binabanggit ni Senator Gatchalian, kung ano yung ginagawa ng regulator, ang TRB naman po ay may mga programa na ina-address po yung mga problema yan. Kagaya po nung gusto nga namin ma-implement kaagad yung contactless, mali po yung addendum at mag-implement tayo ng contactless.
Okay.
So, na contactless, wala na po tayong cash toll plaza. Kasi po, ang isa pong nakikita nating dahilan kaya nagkaka-traffic sa ating mga toll plaza, yung iba po nagbabayad ng cash. Tapos dahil sa haba po ng cash lane, dahil mabagal po yung
Kaya nga may
pagbabayad.
RFID, di ba? At
Opo.
saka dapat wala na rin yung barrier.
Meron din po tayong programa yan na yung barrierless program na ating puminimiti para tayo ay makasabay sa world-class facilities, toll facilities sa ibang bansa.
Okay, sir,
Opo.
napapalit tayo. Hindi mo nasasagot diretso yung aking katanungan na bago sana kayong pumayag na ipatupad yung increase sa kontrata, di ba? Pwede nyo naman ipahold yun, kausapin yung mga kasamahan nyo sa DOTR, sa DPWH, DOF, at sabihin nyo na kailangan ayusin muna yung serbisyo bago nyo igugo lahat yung pag-increase. Ngayon, kailan ulit yung susunod na increase? Ka-increase lang ng June, tama? Magkano na? Sa listahan tayo dito. NLEX Open System, Class 1, 5 pesos. Class 2, 14 pesos. Class 3, 17 pesos. NLEX end-to-end, Class 1, 27 pesos. Class 2, 68 pesos. Class 3, 81 pesos. Now, kailan ang
Mr. Chair, ngayong taon po susunod ang second tranche.
Kailan po?
Most probably po, actually late na po dapat po kung June in-implement, dapat June 2024 meron uli. Pero na-late po sila ng apply.
So kailan ho yung balak nyo mag-increase ulit?
Most probably po, this August po. Baka
Wag muna.
karoon.
Wag muna. Wala muna increase. I'm serious. Look at my eyes.
Opo.
I'm very dead serious. Wala muna increase.
Ipapaabot ko po sa ating...
Yes, of course. Yung paplag ng mga taga-DOTR, ng mga taga-DPWH, DOF at NEDA, sabi mo sa amin, mayaya pangit ng serbisyo tapos mag-i-increase. Kawawa naman yung taong bayan, yung mga motorista. So wala muna increase, ano? Unless pag nakita namin na maayos na yung serbisyo, wala na mga reklamo, increase kayo. Hindi nakakaya, tama?
Opo.
Kasi kung samot-saring problema nandyan, ang dami kayo, ang kapal naman ng mukha nun. kung sino man yung pumayag na magkaroon ng increase. Tama, sir?
Opo.
I'm very clear.
Ipaparating ko po sa mga miyembro ng board po. Makakaasa po kayo.
Okay. So, yung RFID, ayusin na natin. Although I've spoken to some people ng Metro Pacific Tollways, they explained to us ano yung kanilang mga plano tungkol dyan. We have the members from the Metro Pacific Tollways Corporation. And that's Mr. Rogelio Singson. Sir Rogelio, ano pong katungkulan nyo sa Metro Pacific?
I'm Roelio Singson, President of Metro Pacific Tollways, Your Honor.
So ano po yung kinukover ng Metro Pacific Tollways?
NLEX, ECITEX, at saka yung NLEX connector, that's on the north side. Dito sa south, we have Calax and the Cavitex.
Okay. So anong plano niyo po doon sa problema tungkol sa RFID at tungkol doon sa suggestion na marami, sana maging barrierless na. Sabihin, hindi na kailangan barrier, babasahin yung RFID, tuloy-tuloy yung mga sasakyan, smooth sailing.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, Win Gatchalian. Thank you, Senator. Admittedly, yung mga first generation na in-implement noong i-open yung mga RFIDs or ETCs, no, yung Electronic Toll Collection System, yung mga first generation talagang medyo sumablay. They started, I understand, of course, I'm relatively new, less than almost a year joining the group. Yung mga transponders na binibili nung dati, that's gone. No? They have been replaced by RFID stickers and the readers. No? So the issue here is kung yung sticker gastado na o nailagay sa maling lugar, hindi mababasa yan. No? That's why nagmamanual. And that's why the program, as far as we're concerned, is massive replacement. Nakikita na
Saan po dapat so nakalagay yung
ideally
RFID sticker?
just behind the rear mirror. No? Pero yung iba ayaw pabutas yung kanilang sun shields and so on. So usually linalagay nila sa front headlight.
Saan ba binibili yung RFID stickers?
Hindi ho binibili yun. We give it for free and then they can
Pero saan galing po yun? Sino nag-manufacture po nun? Made in?
France? US. We have the same
US.
readers and stickers between us
So,
and San Miguel.
anong dahilan ulit, sir? Mr. Singson? Bakit hindi ni-read ng maayos?
Pag mali yung pwesto o kaya nagalaw ng ngiwi, mahirapan ng basahin yun. And that's why, Senator, we have a backup. No? Ang backup dyan is RFID sticker or the plate number. No?
Mhm.
So, hindi mo makuha yung sticker, alam mo kung sino dumaan in terms of plate numbers. But this requires also a clean up in terms of data for plates. No? But moving ahead, we are already in the implementation of what we call barrierless. Ito na yung sinasabi
Tatanong ko lang quick
natin.
question po, Mr. Singson. Bakit sa ibang bansa hindi po nangyari yung mga problema nangyari sa atin? In fact, wala pa nga sila mga barrier. Tulad ba sa San Francisco, pag siguro nakapunta ka na sa Bay Bridge, daan ka, walang tao nagmamando doon, walang barrier, diretso-diretso.
That's the standard now. Na wala ng barriers, meron lang mga sensors, cameras, and so on. And
Right.
admittedly, may sistemang kasama dyan. You have the roadside equipment,
Mhm.
you have the backroom operations, and the commercial operations. So, ito yung kailangang ayusin. Hindi ho pwedeng gawin overnight. No?
Okay.
So, but as I mentioned, we are in the process of moving towards multi-free flow. Yung talagang kahit 165 kilometers siya, mababasa, overspeeding nga lang huhulit sa'yo. No?
Mhm.
So, that's the standard now. And technically, para lang ang sistema niyan, I keep telling our people, para na lang ATM yan. Ang tagal-tagal na ng technology ng ATM. Pag nag-tap ka, bawas ka agad sa account mo, dapat ganun na rin kabilis yan. No? Which means the standard is for 5 seconds updated yung data mo. Kung may load ka o wala. Now, for us to be able to do that, we need enforcement, which I think I mentioned to you. We need the help of government. Ano ba ang violation? Sana wag abusuhin, no? Walang violation kang ma-enforce other than speeding.
So, ibig sabihin, halimbawa, yung mga pag-barrierless na tayo, diretso-diretso mga sakyan, alam nila, walang barrier,
Walang
makakalibre sila. At the end, merong uhuli sa kanila. Then we need the cooperation of the LTO.
You need an RFID to enter, you need a load to enter, and kung pumasok ka, anong violation mo? No?
Kung wala kang RFID. Meron naman tayong ganun ngayon eh. Kaya lang, hindi ko alam kung na-enforce pa yan.
Walang
Siguro later on, nandito ba yung taga-LTO? Meron naman taga-LTO. Okay, nandito. Later, we'll talk to you about that. So, kailan po yung target date ninyo, Mr. Singson, na mawawala na yung problema sa RFID at may expiry date ba yung RFID?
usually, an useful life niyan, I understand 2-3 years lang eh. So you need to replace. And that's
Okay.
why we have massive replacement. Libre naman. They just have
Okay.
to call us. They have to go to the
So,
kiosk.
when will the time comes na hindi na tayo magkakaproblema sa RFID, na hindi na ma-stop sa barrier itong mga motorista natin, mag-aantay ng ilang minuto dahil nga nasira yung reader ng RFID?
Ang data namin is as much as 10% are delayed. 10% of the volume of vehicles coming in, either defective
Ang ibig sabihin, sir,
or-
kailan mangyari yun, yung panahon na yun na hindi na magkakaproblema sa RFID reading?
we are going through a massive replacement of stickers right now.
So, kailan po yung target date ninyo?
As soon as we get the full cooperation na may enforcement na, palagi ko susunod eh.
Yung pagiging barrierless na natin, yung wala ng
Your
barrier.
Honor, we have a video on how the barrierless works. If you allow us, we'll show it will work.
Sige po. Sige po.
The program will take a 2-year engagement. No,
Okay.
As I said, you have roadside equipment. Tatanggalin mo yung mga toll booths dyan at saka, and then you start installing yung gantry. Makikita nyo lang yan, may sensor yan at saka readers. No, and then you ayusin yung backroom operations, which is the heart and soul of everything. As I said, like ATM. Masok ka dyan, may load ka, babawasan yung load mo. Automatic na yon, no?
Okay.
So tama ba yan? Mali yan. Free flow, how it operates.
Okay, habang tatanggap ko po, yung bang aakyat dahil hindi pala na-register yung pinaload nila.
That's precisely what I'm saying. Dapat may standard siya.
Ngayon, ang tanong,
We're now fixing that.
you're fixing it.
May problema talaga
Ang
kami
isa
dyan.
pang problema, pag pumunta raw sa inyo at para humingi ng refund o para
We are committed to do that, Your Honor.
thank you sir sa
think,
pag-amin. Salamat po. Sige sir.
tataya ko na ang buhay ko dyan na
Nasaan na po yung video niyo sir?
so this is how left side is how the setup is, no? May mga existing barriers. So eventually, matatanggal na yung mga toll booths na, matatanggal na yung barrier. You will just have a gantry, no? The gantry will have
Sa Bay Bridge, sa Bay Area.
that's
San
the new
Francisco.
standard na ho ngayon
Okay.
for toll operations.
So kailan tayo magkakaroon ng ganun?
We are discussing this with our service provider, who is an international that does this already in several jurisdictions. No, so magfe-facing po kami in 2 years fully implemented.
Okay, in 2 years.
in 2 years.
All right, 2024, 2027.
But we need the regulation, Your Honor. Parati kong inuulit yun. Kasi di kami pwede maglagay yan without regulations in terms of pumasok ka, wala kang RFID, wala kang load, ano violation mo.
Okay. So, regulation ang kailangan nyo and
Opo.
cooperation
Pati
from other
pati yung
government
LTO
agencies.
in terms of plate recognition. Kasi
NGO. Why do you need the
no,
help?
LTO. Opo.
Okay.
Then, alam naman ho natin kung minsan yung plate niyan, iba yung sa harap, iba pa yung likod, o kaya paulit-ulit na plates na
Okay.
ginagamit. No?
So, siguro po, pasagutin natin yung LTO. Anong klaseng cooperation po kailangan nyo sa LTO para may patupad po ito ng maayos? Itong
So the regulatory regime that kumbaga para kang pumasok sa one-way road, or aside from that, yung without a load pumasok ka, regulated entry yan eh. Hindi ka pwedeng pumasok kung hindi ka sumusunod sa
Hindi, kasi ang
patakaran.
mangyayari, let's face it, meron mga motorista na pag nalaman na walang barrier yan, kahit na wala kasi, walang pipigil sa kanila, wala silang RFID, lulusot na yan ang lulusot. So,
Nagsubok po kami, yung as much as 30% ang leakage.
30% leakage meaning hindi nagbabayad,
Apo.
nagpapalo.
Kasi kung
So that's
iba,
where you need the help of the
naglalagari
LTO.
pa eh.
Okay. So, LTO, how can you help?
Good morning, Chair. Good morning, Senator Gatchalian.
And your attorney,
Vigor
Vigor
Mendoza,
Mendoza.
po. Ako po yung Chief of the LTO. Chair, I'd like to inform the body na last Friday po, joint memorandum circular between DOTR, TRB, and LTO. Ito po yung magiging Biblia, the guidelines in order to implement the barrierless program. On the LTO side, Your Honor, we're already beefing up our personnel both on the back end and front end in order to implement na po itong barrier penalty. Sa ngayon po dito sa joint memorandum circular,
penalty.
opo,
Oh, okay. And then,
if you do not have an RFID, mape-penalize na po kayo, or if your load is insufficient,
okay.
mape-penalize na po.
And how would you track that?
This is done through cooperation po the expressway, mga LTO personnel po dyan, through the RFID or the camera.
So, meron yung flying squad?
Meron po flying squad, Your Honor.
Okay. Paano kung walang flying squad?
Contactless din po, through the RFID, we will be able to, through the RFID
Yeah,
readers,
paano kung walang RFID?
malalaman ho natin, mapipicture ho natin yung
Plaka.
So we are
Okay.
also ready to two programs in line with this is to be able to bring out all the plates necessary ng mga motor vehicles entering the
Paano kung
roadways.
yung plaka na na-capture ninyo, hindi na pala yun ang may-ari?
We are coming up with a memo your body to update their information.
Ito yan nag-usap na
Opo.
tayo, Attorney Mendoza. Alam mong malaking kapalpakan sa LTO. I hope na sinunod yung suggestion ko dahil kung hindi, manggagaliiti ako.
Opo.
Yung bang, I'll give you a scenario, merong nasagasaan itong isang kotse na may plate number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And then, pupuntahan ng law enforcement, ng PNP, base sa record ninyo, sasabihin nung tao na nakaregister doon sa bahay na pinuntahan, tagal ko nang binenta yan. 10 years ago pa. And then ituturo niya kung sino yung napagbenta niya. Pupuntahan ulit ng PNP, yung pangalawang tinubentahan. Ay, binenta ko na rin yan. Tagal na. Pero updated yung yung registro niya. Paulit-ulit na na-register yung plaka sa lumang may-ari, original may-ari, and yet nagpasapasahan na. That has to be solved.
Yes, Mr. Chair. In fact, we will be using third-party information in coordination ho to ng mga financial institutions, mga bangko, kung saan po nakasanla itong mga sasakyan na to.
Nope. I'll
We're
give you a
beginning.
practical solution.
Yes, sir.
Common sense solution. Huwag mo na kailang pumunta pa sa mga bangko. Sayang ka pa ng oras. Obligahin nyo ang bawat tao na magparehistro sa sakyan, they have to be there physically and show identification na sila nga yun, yung nagpaparenew na yun, ng sakyan na yun. Kasi nangyari, because of the fixer, Si Mario, pwede niya utusan si Maria, pwede niya utusan si Petra na mag-register on his behalf. Diba? So from now on, lahat ng tao na mag-register, mag-renew ng kanyang registration sa plaka, he or she has to be there in person. Magpapakita siya ng siya pa rin yun. Tama, only then masusolve natin itong problema. Ito. Kasi meron yung tinatawag na open deed of sale. Naabuso to eh. Especially sa mga bentahan ng mga sasakyan, sa mga car dealer, second-hand car dealer. Right? Okay. Go ahead po.
We'll do that, Your Honor.
Okay. So, you do that, and then yung flying squad nyo, wala akong nakikitang flying squad sa mga toll plaza. Wala. Nasaan yung mga flying squad nyo? Meron pa ba kayong flying squad?
Meron po, pero admittedly, Your Honor, konting-konti lang po
Saan
sila.
pa yung mga konti na yun? Wala akong nakikita. Ni minsan wala akong nakita.
We're beefing up. We have deputized po yung mga
Ilang flying squad meron kayo?
walo po sila. 8 teams composed
8
of...
teams.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yung 8
Central
teams,
office po yun.
Yeah.
Central.
ilan yung 8 teams na yun? Ilang personnel yan?
Kumikit ko lang 40, Your Honor.
40.
Opo.
At saan dapat naka-deploy yung 40 yan?
Yun ang medyo kalat po yan. They're enforcing various traffic laws, Your Honor.
Close?
Opo.
I don't know ha. Pagkatagal-tagal na akong bumibiyahe dyan sa NLEX, sa SLEX, ni minsan, wala pa ako nakitang flying squad na rumoronda o nagbabantay sa mga expressway na yan. About time na i-audit mo sila, baka mga ghost employees na lang itong mga flying squad ninyo. Seriously.
Yes, Your Honor. We will be deploying with the express to enforcers, hindi lang ko deputize inside the expressways.
Sige, good. Bakit nakakabaha yung sinasabi ni Senator Win sa mga expressway? I think hindi na sa LTO to. Mr. Singson,
Yeah, unfortunately, Your Honor, yung baha nanggagaling sa upstream rivers, no? And sa DPWH kasi, meron kaming tinatawag na river gauges, kung ano yung pinakamataas na history ng baha dyan, so that when bridges or roads are constructed, alam na
na-anticipate niyo yan bago niyo po ginawa yung na-anticipate niyo yan bago niyo po ginawa yung expressway. You should have anticipated that and you should have come up with a solution to that problem.
the problem is best solved by addressing the flooding, not the expressway. But admittedly,
Yeah,
we should
naintindihan
have
ko po, Mr. Singson.
anticipated, as you
Yeah,
said.
the flooding. Tama nga po yun. Pero ibig sabihin, di ba, nag-overflow yung river. So kung ako kasi, anticipate ko na, okay, pag naglagay tayo expressway rito, baka mag-overflow yung river. So ito yung gagawin kong solusyon. Siguro maglagay ako ng drainage o ida-divert ko yung agos ng tubig somewhere na para hindi na mapunta sa kalsada. Yun po yung sinasabi ko. Yun po yung suggestion ko.
We're trying our best to address that. Like what we did in the portion that happened last year in sa Tulaok, no? That we had to address, no?
Okay.
Now I think we have to address this portion of Balintawak. I've been monitoring, napuno ho ng what, so hindi makatalo yung tubig, you know? So mag-overflow, pupunta at pupunta sa tulay, no? Tapos ititira lahat yung putik at basura doon sa kalye, doon sa expressway. So those things, I understand, we have to coordinate with the government, whether LGU siya o national government siya, address the flooding as well.
Okay, so meron na kayong ginagawang coordination sa different agents, government agencies to address the
We
flooding,
need to
as
do
you
it,
said.
Your Honor.
Meron na po.
Apo.
Okay. Can you present us, this committee, yung plano ninyo in
one-
addressing that?
Yeah, one major intervention, Your Honor, is that NIA, NIA,
Okay.
Administrator Gullian, is putting up what we call Sabo Dam or retarding basins upstream Bulacan River para ma-reduce yung volume of water that comes down during a heavy rainfall or a typhoon event. Kasi dapat hindi sabayan eh, no? Dapat ni-imbak yung tubig sa upstream para ganun magamit mo pati for water treatment or for irrigation. But
Yan nga sinasabi ko po, sir.
wala ho yan eh.
Yes, yan sinasabi ko, Mr. Singson. Sana noong pa man, kinausap niyo na yung NIA para NIA, maglagay kayo ng dam dyan para yung mga tubig mapigilang umaba downstream. Yun yung pinopoint out ko.
Yeah.
Para maiwasan. Sometimes kasi pag gagawa tayo ng project, dapat ina-anticipate natin what would be the problem later on. What could possibly a problem that might crop up. Ano po, yun yung
Your Honor, dalawa yung ina-address namin. Yung flooding, as you mentioned, and we have been coordinating, and we're happy that the President already came out with an executive order
Okay.
referred to as Integrated Water Resources Management Office,
Okay.
that he directed both DPWH and NIA to coordinate their projects. Kasi napakalaki yun ng flood control budget ng DPWH. no?
Okay.
Dapat yun ginagamit upstream rather than just dredging.
Mhm.
Dredging will not solve the problem.
Okay.
no?
So
So
that
that's one. The
Okay.
second that we wanted to do was, we know the volume of traffic that moves in and out of the expressways. Ang problema kung minsan pagdating sa local road, embudo rin. Hindi makalabas ng maayos at hindi makaakyat ng maayos sa exit and toll plazas. So nagkulang kami doon in terms of anticipating that volume.
thank you, sir.
No?
Thank
So we're working on that with DPWH. We're asking the help of DPWH kung kaya pa bang i-widen yan yung bababaan at entry ng mga expressways or hindi na, para maghanap kami ng ibang solusyon. Baka i-overpass na namin yan para yung nasa baba gamitin na lang for locals. No? Yung expressway ibabaw na siya.
Mhm.
No? So these are the things that we're trying to address. Mag-eembudo sa amin because hindi na makalabas paglabas ng exit gate, local road na yung abutan niya, tukod na dun.
I'm very happy na you're aware of the problem and you're trying to come up with a solution to address the problem. So ang sabi ka kanina, so bigyan niyo po kami sa committee na ito yung mga plano ninyo, paano niyo po solve yan at hanggang kailan, bigyan niyo kami ng timetable para ma-disseminate natin itong information na to sa publiko.
Yeah. For example, Your Honor, just to mention, lahat ngayon na nanggagaling sa San Fernando exchange, no, interchange. So they're putting up one exchange so that yung mga galing sa Bataan, dire-diretso na, hindi na makikipagsiksikan pa dun sa Olongapo-Gapan Road. no?
Okay, thank you,
So
sir.
there's an Santo Tomas that is being opened, no, together with DPW.
Okay, ngayon naman, meron bang taga San Miguel Corporation dito?
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning, ma'am. And your name po?
I'm Attorney Melissa Encanto Tagarda. I'm from SMC Infrastructure.
Binabaha din po yung SLEX. So what seems to be the problem po?
Nabaha rin po yung SX, pero yung recent typhoon, we noticed na yung usual area nung baha, which was the Alaska portion, wala pong baha dito. Ang baha po nung latest typhoon was bandang Magallanes kasi umapaw yung Maricaban. Pero ang ginagawa po namin is parang sinisipsip po namin yung na to para mawala agad. And then the other one po, which was Quezon Avenue, which was near Talayan Creek. So we're also helping the LGU dredge that area because we realized na yung sa bandang Alaska po, natulungan po to. So yun po yung mga solutions na ginawa namin. We're working with the LGU and with come up with solutions po.
So ano ulit yung lugar na bahain sa party po ng SLEX o yung ino-operate po ninyo?
Based on the recent typhoon po, dun sa may Magallanes area, yun po yung report ng baha, and Quezon Avenue. Those are the two areas na nagkaroon po ng baha.
Okay, and paano ulit in-address yung problem?
We've been working with the LGU po para matulungan to dredge that area because based on our experience, yung dredging po has helped lessen the flooding dun sa areas po na jurisdiction namin sa
So,
expressways.
cooperative ho ba yung LGU sa inyo?
Yes, cooperative naman po yung LGUs. We
Okay,
have been working with them
closely.
consistently and closely.
So meron kayong mga plano tungkol dyan. So, is it safe to say na next year, hindi na magkakaroon ng baha dyan kasi well-coordinated na kayo sa LGU at meron na kayong magandang plano, game plan, etc. So, is it safe for us to say here na by next year, wala nang baha?
Hopefully, Your Honor, because we've been trying to come up with solutions to really lessen the flooding sa areas po. Because we also want to make sure that the motorists feel safe when they travel on our expressway. And we also don't like po report. So we've been working with them. So hopefully by next year, yes, Your Honor.
Anong tawag yun sa Skyway dyan sa may Naiya? Kasi yan ang palagi ko dinadaanan.
Naiya X po?
Naiya X, tawag kayo yun, ano?
Yes, Your Honor.
Palagi ako nagkakaproblema dyan. Kanina na lang, ang haba-haba ng pila. Nakikita ko yung RFID hindi naman gumagana. Yan yung madalas na nagkakabuhol-buhulan dahil siguro yung mga tao papuntang airport kung saan manggaling nagkakaroon ng bottleneck.
It's good po that you mentioned the barrier-free solution po earlier. We've been doing that also in cooperation with the TRB for us to implement yung mga barrier-free. Actually po yung SLEX po, we've already been doing that, yung barrier-free entrance to the tollways.
As meron ng barrier-free na sa SLEX, hindi pa.
For some po, meron na
For
pong
some.
barrier-free. Yes po, Your Honor.
Okay. Sabi
Yung entry po, yung entry.
yung entry.
Yes, opo.
Okay. Pero yung exit,
Yung exit, we will have to work with the TRB to be able to regulate po yung mga users po, yung mga motorists. Kasi we will still have to be able to capture lahat po nung lumalabas sa expressways. But hopefully po, by next year, hopefully, 100% barrier-free na po yung tollways.
wow. Sounds great. Mukhang
But-
music to our ears. Okay,
Barrierless. Opo,
barrierless na.
barrierless.
Okay. TRB, ito yun, ano, di ba nag-increase lang kayo ng June at balak na pa-increase ng August, i-hold nyo na muna.